Field of Geeks, man.
Oh, thanks, dude.
If you geek it, it'll come. So,
yes.
yeah.
If you're a geek, have a listen. We got the news. This week's submission. Talking movies, games, TV, and comics. Turn it up. Field of Geeks podcast. It's the Field of Geeks podcast. It's the Field of Geeks podcast. It's the Field of Geeks pod. Field of Geeks. You're listening to the Field of Geeks podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 206 of the Field of Geeks podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
So it's been a while. We've had a little break by accident, kind of. Mostly, well, all my fault, really. So
Yeah,
that's, shit
we're
came
looking
up.
for a replacement. We're, holding our auditions next week.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We
It's
had
all good.
contract negotiations. Yeah. Did not mean to take this long of a break. I've never taken this long of a break since starting the podcast back in 2015.
It's summertime. We've all
Yeah.
been busy. We all got kids doing all kinds of stuff.
You know, it's bad when your wife really never asks you about your podcast, but when she asks you, like, "Are you still doing that?" I'm like, "Oh shoot, I got to get back now."
Like, maybe we should schedule a time.
I'm like, "Wow, if she's noticing, then I gotta get going here." So
It's all good. We've had a few reviews come out since then.
Yeah, we've definitely put things out there on YouTube. Not as much on Podbean, but perhaps I'll get those out there. They're dated now. But yeah, thank you and Jonah. And actually was able to refurbish an old clip for Indiana Jones, Crystal Skull. I thought it was really funny, and I put images with it, and it was a success along with all our reviews. So there was traffic out there. Just wasn't any, shows.
Right.
And of course we're not going to cover everything we've missed this whole time. It's just be so much.
There's been a lot.
Yeah, of course. The strike's still happening. It's gained some actors now.
Man.
So yeah, I really hope a deal gets made soon. Cause, I support them. I know a lot of people think, it's all these rich stars, but it's really about the little guy. I mean, they are a union, and there's actors out there who, I
didn't really know, I guess, what it was about until there was a video going around, this guy on YouTube kind of explaining what's going on, and it's a lot of it having to do with AI and advancements with that, and owning people's likenesses, and that's just a slippery slope to get down. I don't think that, I mean, we all laugh at it when we see like the AI voices of like Joe Biden playing Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's a little bit different when you have an actor's likeness, and you've kind of got those things like they did with Star Wars, like de-aging people and all that, but that's a little bit different, I think, versus
to actually own extras, because that's where it's at now. It's all about extras, but that could escalate to actual professional actors. And
I think in that video that I believe you sent it out to to our group.
That was very informative.
Like there was a part in there about Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Like they got their starts as extras.
Yep.
And, look where they're at now.
Right.
If some studio still owned their likeness, they'd not be nearly, as successful as they are.
Of course. Yeah. It's just ridiculous.
They get into those whole things of like having to buy back your own likeness like that.
Yeah.
That seems a little, I don't know, if you wanted to like move to a different studio or something.
Right.
It kind of seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That just goes to show you how, much they appreciate the actors. I mean, they're making a shit ton of money off these people. And there's rich stars. There are success stories. And when I was young, I thought, if you saw someone on TV, oh, they're rich. They got it made.
Oh yeah, they've got to have it made if they've made it that far.
I've heard horror stories like even if you make all these appearances, like you're just living paycheck to paycheck still. It's like I mean, they really are like us in many ways. Obviously we don't have the same popularity as an actor or reach, whatever.
Give us time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm being modest, but I just hope it's resolved soon. I think they should keep the fight going because without them, the actors I think have backed up the writers pretty well. Without writers, we wouldn't have anything to act off of. So
exactly.
Yeah. definitely. But yeah, hopefully next episode, which I plan to do week after next.
Yeah,
maybe we'll have this resolved, but of course it's postponing a lot of projects, which we'll be talking about later on here. So
yeah.
But like you said earlier, we went to Des Moines Con 2023. So yeah, this was the second year, and I think it was another success because they announced that they're coming back next year. It's going to be from May 31st to June 2nd, 2024. 3 days
or next year. So yeah, I think this year they had a lot more.
Yes, it was
a lot more
really,
vendors, a lot more celebrities.
Yep, it was really busy. I loved it. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I was blown away.
Oh yeah, I mean we got the easiest interview we ever had before.
Exactly.
Ming Chen, who comic book man, is a podcaster himself. He goes to like all these cons. He's at San Diego now.
He's extremely active. Like ever since we were at Des Moines Con, I've been following him on Facebook. Yeah. And my God, the guy, he never stops.
No, he's got a podcast studio in New Jersey, I believe. He rents it out for, like, if we were there, we could rent it out and use the equipment and all that, I think. But yeah, he just rounded a corner and then we were right there.
He just kind of saw us in our Field of Geeks shirts and so hey, marketing works, guys.
Yes, it does.
And it was just kind of like, oh, you guys are going to podcast. I love podcasters. Come on over. I
didn't even have to ask. You didn't have to ask. It was just like,
it was pretty amazing. So
it was, and we have that recorded, of course, and we will release that soon. But yeah, it was really fun. It was
a lot of fun.
I was starstruck, and he made it so like relaxed. You could ask him anything, take as much time. It felt like it didn't feel like we were in a huge rush, although. I wouldn't want to like take him away for an hour or so. I felt bad because his table is right there and he's selling merchandise and stuff and
with us. And
very
much appreciate that. So, Ming, if you see this,
I hope
you
so.
Very much.
I'll put him in the notes or add his channel or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
But I love Comic Book Men's on YouTube now, and that was one of the questions we asked. Like, when will it be on physical media? And so far, there's not a word on that, but. YouTube, go check it out. All 5-6 seasons? Shit, might be 7. Maybe 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they almost made it to 100 episodes, I believe. And then they got canceled. So it was like the year Smith had his heart attack. And every year before that, they were afraid they weren't going to get renewed. And then that year, Smith at least was confident that they would because it's like, I almost died,
Yeah, how can you not?
That was the year they got canceled. So
yeah.
It's like, go figure. But yeah, we'll definitely share that sooner or later. So look forward to that.
Josh, you're sporting a very stylish looking badge.
Yes, I am.
Bring that up.
Yeah, of course. So I got this badge made, I guess, on our hiatus. It was really, really cool. Chris from the Doctors Who podcast made it. He kind of does it under his own brand, Shamel Corp. I hope I said that right, but he makes all kinds of cosplay accessories. He'll take a Han Solo weapon that's like orange and white, off the toy shelves and like actually make it look like the real deal.
Oh, very cool.
Obviously, because it's like, that one law or whatever. But yeah, he has a 3D printer. He's made awesome stuff. I follow him on Instagram, and he's made badges. So I was like, I kind of wanted a badge. And so this is like the prototype. I hope eventually we can all get them and wear them. But yeah, it's really cool. It turned out great. I got to see the play-by-play as it was being made and was so excited to get the next picture. And yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, I'll be wearing this every time now. It's the goal. So
sadly, we can't use them to communicate with each other. But
not yet.
That's the goal.
Not yet.
Maybe get some Bluetooth fit in there.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
We could put our mics here.
There we go.
Oh, that'd be good. Like right where the microphone is.
Coming?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, come in. Copy. Need backup. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up because I couldn't wait to wear this on the show finally. So that's what I was waiting on, just to have this. And so yeah, we're moving up. We're moving on up.
Yeah.
But yeah, more merch to come. Definitely want to get our website revamped eventually and have shirts, on there and anything we come up with or so Barbenheimer. this was a cool social media event people put together in a way. And it caught on a lot. I don't know if you, a lot of people when Oppenheimer came out recently and Barbie, because they came out the same weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of people did a double feature, which I wish I had the time and money for. But I do plan to see both of them.
I think even Valley Drive-In and Newton did a double feature of
that
it. That
would have been smart. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So a lot of places that I've seen locally, of course, I've seen pictures of the attendees, the employees, dressing the
all pink,
girls dressing in all pink and all kinds of stuff like that. I know Flix has done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see them kind of going viral, I guess.
It could be a new thing with these movies, and it definitely helps the theaters, because I think a lot of people had a lot more hype than without it.
And I think that it's been so, I don't know if disappointing is the right word for the box office lately, but there's a lot of stuff that was going to be like huge, summer blockbusters and just
tanked. Yeah. Also, they were, a lot of them were COVID films, like they were done during COVID.
Yeah.
So to wait all that time and then it
Across
didn't really
the Spider-Verse was supposed to come out, 2021, I think it was, and a lot of that got delayed with the pandemic and
the Flash kept getting delayed and rumors, DC's and turmoil. It's just Indiana Jones came out, and I do hope to get reviews out there on these. I've been, busy and kind of procrastinated a little bit.
Yeah.
But so it's sad to have all these films you thought for sure were going to be successes.
I thought for sure like Indiana Jones was going to blow it out of the water.
Yeah, that's the other COVID effect is you had all these movies in the bag and it's like go, 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 and they're all out there and it's like they're going to suck each other dry in a way. I mean, obviously you got people who are like Mission Impossible. That's made a lot, but it's been hurt by Oppenheimer because they were banking on a lot of IMAX viewings because I think most of it's shot in IMAX as well, at least in Sunstar.
I think
so I did see that in IMAX. It was great, and unfortunately, I think even Tom Cruise had a big hoopla about it, and I get that, but there's not a lot of IMAX out there. Luckily, we have one, but.
We do.
They're not like you go to a theater and there's 6 IMAX screens. It's like just one, and they're huge usually.
Well, and I wonder. I know they're getting ready to stop doing this now, but like, do you think the whole thing with AMC kind of torpedoed it a little bit for box office, like the different pricing for like different seating and stuff like that? I know they're getting rid of that, but
they are, thank God. I don't even know if they implemented it yet. I don't
think they even implemented it
thank
here.
God. I mean, it could be a lot of attitude towards that, like screw you theaters, I'm not gonna.
Actually, I know when I went to go see Across the Spider-Verse, I didn't actually like click on it just to out of curiosity but there was a couple of them that like had, at least on Fandango, was like, do you want to sit in this section or do you want to sit in this section? So I wonder if they didn't
kind of getting it ready, maybe
if they didn't try to implement that, but I don't know. It's a stupid idea.
No other theaters.
Who wants to? I mean,
their whole idea was because it's like a concert. When you go to a concert, you have all these tiered.
Well, but there's no general admission at a fucking movie. Like, what the hell? Like, you can sit in the aisle, little Timmy. Don't get stuck to the floor. You can eat any popcorn that falls on the floor, though. That's fine.
Gross! Yeah,
it's like you're a little swan or something.
Oh man, that was a constant presence going to the theater back in the day. Just sticky floors. Like I don't really experience that much anymore.
I don't either, really. I think since the pandemic, they've been a lot better about cleaning.
Yeah, thank God. And they got like nice furniture in there now too. It's not just like
it's not the little felt seats that smell of
regret.
Regret. Yeah.
But I got my Oppenheimer tickets for tomorrow, so I'm super psyched about that in IMAX. And then next week, I hope to take my kids to see Barbie. And I even have a pink pullover I just got like months back, and I'm like, maybe I'll wear that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to have social media run my life, but it's kind of fun to have that unity sometimes, like
do a little participation.
Yeah, we're all taking a part of this double feature event or whatever. I mean, I'm definitely not taking my kids to see Oppenheimer. It would be bored out of their minds probably.
Yeah.
But I just the whole box office thing. I love the experience of going to a theater, and it's tough, but like sometimes to pay for it. But you can get around it if you really, share things or bring some stuff in. I don't know. We're not sponsored by a theater yet, so I think we got that down. But yeah.
Well, I mean, you can go on like Tuesdays when it's a little bit cheaper. You can go to matinees. There's ways around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, support your local theater. Definitely do that.
For sure, especially if you're in a small town. I mean, you that's all you got, and thankfully there's, most towns have some nice theaters.
Have a lot of options here. So we're very fortunate that way.
Yes. Yeah. Especially with, reserving seats is great. Of course, small towns, you might not be able to do that. I found that out the hard way last year when I was up north and I saw Thor Love and Thunder. Got there late, long line. Didn't know if we were going to get in. Asked my daughter if she wanted to go see, I can't remember the other movie at the time. Oh, yeah, it was Top Gun. She's like, no, I don't want to see that. I was like, okay. So there goes that backup plan. She wanted to see the Minions. I was like,
oh, God, no.
Minions. But yeah, anyway.
So sick of those little yellow fuckers.
They're not going away anytime soon.
They're not.
They'll probably be the next Mario movie.
Not as long as Illumination can use them to suck our money dry.
So yeah, movie TV news. Of course, we did talk about the actors' strike and how important it is that what they're doing out there. I think it's easy to have haters of Hollywood to be like, oh, these are just like privileged stars, blah blah blah. But it's more than that.
Yeah, it's not about the actors whining and complaining like a bunch of prima donnas. It's
some do probably. I'm sure.
Well,
right?
I'm sure. Very sure that's been well documented, but
I need attention.
If you've enjoyed a show, a movie, whatever in the last 5 years, even it's because somebody took the time to write that, and it affects more than just actors. Like it affects the writers, it affects the crews working on these shows and movies. Like, really hope they just get it worked out.
Yeah, I think they need to just stay strong, and I think they can get it done. You just gotta, these strikes happen every few years, or
they do. I mean,
but this is a big. I mean, I don't know.
This is the biggest one since 2007.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, like both guilds have joined in and are supporting each other, and I
think it was just the one guild that was striking before. I think it was just SAG that was striking before.
Okay, yeah. But I'm glad the actors are backing them up, because without the writers, they don't have anything. And, some actors have tried to write, and let's face it, no, stick to acting.
This is a night at the Improv. Sorry,
you're right. But I mean, the whole other thing is about, well, you got the CGI extras we talked about, and then you also have the whole streaming residual model is not really set up like TV is, like primetime or reruns. It's so different now, and so a lot of these stars are getting screwed because the studios will allow these streamers to show these shows, but the actors don't get anything from it. So it's like the studio got a deal, right? They got money from it, but they basically it's bypassing it in a way, I'd say, to avoid paying residuals to the actors, which is just stupid. Like, it's so greedy. Like,
I think I'm still a firm believer, like and of course I have Disney Plus and all that shit too. But
and I
I'm still a firm believer that if like you really if you really want to go see a movie and you really want to support the team that put that movie together, go see it in the theaters. Yeah, that's the best way you can support that whole crew.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I stand behind them, and I hope it gets resolved soon. Because we're having a lot of projects get delayed.
Which is fine if they can, delay it for another 10 years, as long as you get what you need out of it.
Just hold strong, because these fuckers are just, they're giving themselves raises. It's like, it's not about the big actors. I mean, some of them want to get paid more, of course, but the little actors that don't have the same success rate, and they just want health insurance. That's pretty much what they want out of this. And it's just foolish to think, yeah, we can just treat them like shit. And,
yeah.
You know, over years though, I mean, I think SAG was established in the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been its goal, is to unionized, and you know, when shit's not right or times change and there's no adaptation really to it,
yeah,
it's time to act. And so yeah, I support them, you know, 100%. So
very much so.
hopefully we'll get that resolved very soon. Twisted Metal.
Oh my god, this looks cool.
I've been looking forward to this since '95. So
yeah.
The first game came out. Yep, that was one of my favorite games. Yeah, this you know, we've talked about it before, but of course now we have a trailer and a clip, even with Sweet Tooth in it. And
oh, Sweet Tooth looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
Samoa Joe looks amazing as Sweet Tooth,
and Will Arnett's the voice, so
yes,
that's a good pairing. Thank God Will Arnett's not in a lot of prosthetics.
He's, you know what? Yeah, that was my thing too. I was like, Will Arnett, really? You're gonna have him be the most intimidating guy on the screen?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's just doing the voice, but the voice sounds even great. I mean, it's kind of like, dare I say, Will Arnett almost being kind of like a Joker type character.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would say that too. Yeah,
but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Looks good. Anthony Mackie, love him in almost anything I've seen. I'm pretty sure everything I've seen him in, I've liked him in.
Yeah. I dig the cast. Nev Campbell, I'm like, wow, she's on this. Like,
yeah,
damn, and she's like the CEO or something of. It's like
reminds me of Death Race.
Yeah,
a lot, but
and they had to like expand on the original game. I think it's different, but of course, I'm thinking the original. I know they've had like 6 games total, maybe
at least. Yeah.
So of course it's been expanded upon. I'm out of the loop, so you know I don't know how much of this is really, you know, been covered before. But you know, you get the gist of it.
It was kind of like when they decided to make a Mortal Kombat movie. It's like, yeah, that's what everybody knows about Mortal Kombat is the story,
right?
Not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
no, I like it. I like the humor. I think it's balanced just right.
I think it's going to be
right.
I think it's going to be a huge success.
I just need
not
Peacock.
Maybe not The Last of Us successful, but
right.
I think Twisted Metal has a diehard fan base to it.
Sure. And yeah, I mean they're different. They're kind of different genres anyway, right? The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, The Last of Us was I don't know, kind of like a more dramatic Walking Dead even.
Right.
Kind of thing, not as action oriented.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks great. It looks like it has a pretty good budget. Obviously, it's like a TV genre, so
yeah.
But hey, you know, maybe we'll get a feature film someday out of this. It's a step in the right direction.
If we can make Mortal Kombat look good on the big screen,
it's true.
Then we can make just about anything look good.
Right. Absolutely. So yeah, that comes out tomorrow on Peacock. So I have to get Peacock. Damn it.
Yeah.
I wonder if the
free
NBC
version,
is there a free version of Peacock? Fuckers. So I wonder if I could just get by with that. Probably not.
I'm sure there is, but it's all in like those little wavy symbols that you can't quite make out. The Saudi Arabia version.
It says sucker.
Yeah.
Damn, I have to see that. Shit. Maybe I'll probably have to end up binging it. So I think it's like 8 or 9 episodes.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
It does look fun. I think I
hope it doesn't get ripped apart by critics. You know, that's going to bum me out a little bit. But of course, you see it for yourself. You know, that's the thing I hate is like there is no critic that ever watches these type of shows or movies that actually likes the material. True.
Like, oh, I don't get it. The plot is shut the fuck up. Stick your green tomato up your ass. Anyway.
It's fresh.
At least they didn't do that with Mario. It was one of the few video game movies they didn't torpedo.
Right. I hope.
But I think a lot of that was because they're getting that from Illumination and Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, of course. And I hope we get more and more of those films. You know, Zelda they're working on. So I hope they're all done just as well.
You know what would be great is that so Mario was successful. I was just talking about this with Sean, my buddy Sean the other day.
Sure.
So Mario was successful. They make a Zelda game, that's successful. They make a Metroid game, that's successful. We can at least like dare to dream. We can like move up to like a Smash Brothers movie one day.
That'd be nuts.
That's kind of like a Avengers Assemble type moment.
I mean, they kind of did maybe the sequel would get into that more. Kind of like they kind of got into Mario Kart a little bit.
It's kind of like I did like that part where they like kind of dipped their toes into every little Mario. I mean, Mario has done so many fucking games.
Oh yeah,
it's like Mario Tennis, Golf, Mario, Shiatsu Massager, Dr. Mario. That's the movie I want to see. Throw pills at your problems and they'll go away, kids.
If it's made in a clever way, they could do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna have. Is it Wario?
Wario.
Wario. Is that how you say it? I think they're gonna have maybe him in the next one. I've heard, or at least there's been like fan casting. I can't remember who's casted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's obviously the next place to go, probably, right? The evil versions of the character, because
I'm
there's
sure.
There's a Luigi one too. What's
Waluigi?
Okay,
very creative name there. At least it wasn't like Wauji or I don't know. What the fuck they would have done it. Anyway, Wario made sense because an upside down M is a
yeah
W.
But yeah, they stretched.
Would have been like
bit.
7 Ouija. I don't know.
Yeah,
if I know. But yeah, I mean they've got a lot of they can draw from like the Sunshine games and Galaxy and all that. There's all kinds of Mario lore you can dig into. But
oh yeah, for sure.
Anyway, yeah.
Well,
at least want to see a Metroid movie. Make it happen.
I mean, you could. There's so many video game properties that could be. They're always like, I don't know. They always try to like do something different than the game itself, and I feel that's
they do, but
problem.
They do, but the thing is, like, you run into one of two problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
One, either the game you're adapting has zero story mode behind it, like Street Fighter. It's people beating the shit out of each other. Sure. There's not really a lot of plot there. Or two, the movie has, or the game has like all these cutscenes and stuff like that in it that already make it feel like you're playing a movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, really, why would we make a movie out of this? You already have a movie of it.
Right. Yeah.
Essentially. But
I mean,
I don't know. Like
they certainly did try in the 90s, Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah. Double Dragon. They tried a lot in the 90s. 80s, 90s.
That was, that's still high up there for me. It's the way that it was made and the casting and not Annihilation, though, just the first one.
We don't talk about Annihilation. That's the Bruno of the series.
Oh man, I remember seeing that in theater. Like, what is happening?
I remember seeing that too. I'm like, I paid ticket price for this.
Yeah,
shit.
This is just like, it's just messy.
Too bad you will die.
They recasted like everyone cool almost. Oh, like what the hell? The Exorcist, Believer. This just broke this trailer yesterday. We've talked about this resurrection of a franchise, if you will, even though this one's going to take place right after the first one. David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, who also did the new Halloween trilogy. It's another
good.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's pretty solid. So yeah, they're doing the same thing with The Exorcist, basically. So after the first film, I think there ended up being originally 3 or 4 Exorcist films, maybe at least 3.
It fell into that same trap as like Children of the Corn, where they just kept pumping out sequel after sequel, and it just sucked so bad.
Yeah, and so they're kind of just starting from scratch with this one. Looks really interesting. There's 2 girls possessed now, of course, so it's like a true sequel. Like you got to double.
There's 2.
Third time there's 3. Come on.
Revenge of the first one.
Right. This looks really good and haunting. It's produced by Blumhouse.
They can. Very rarely do they do wrong with the horror genre.
No,
they
and they
always
do it
knock it out of the park,
cheap as possible.
Yeah.
So that's another thing these studios have to try to utilize.
Cheaper is better when it comes to horror. Like, make it as practical as possible.
It's all about the creative team that can make it. Because you've seen a big, huge blockbuster film, right? That the effects and everything in it, they're just kind of garbage. But then you see like a lower budget film be made.
Oh yeah,
and it looks rich, but it's so much cheaper than the other film.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever see The Invisible Man?
I did.
Okay, so that was done. That felt like it had a good, strong budget.
They always make a ton
best strategy
of movie on their movies.
The Halloween films, they look great.
Yeah.
They're rich, and just the choreography, like cinematography, everything. It just looks great. And of course, Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, they're a really good creative team there, and they've done a lot of things. I actually just started watching The Righteous Gemstones. Have you heard about that show?
Mm-mm.
It's like this big Christian family who have this huge church, and it's just funny because they're like so not Christian in their real lives. Like they're just terrible to each other mostly. And it's got John Goodman in it, Danny McBride, Walton Goggins. Other people are very talented, and it's the same team. I mean, yeah, they all made like Eastbound and Down. That's a popular show.
Okay.
I've never seen, but I've heard great things, and I think they did Vice Principals. But yeah, I mean, these guys are just very, very strong unit. They produce a lot of great stuff. So yeah, they hope to do a trilogy of these films, and they brought back Ellen Burstyn. She was the mom in the first one. So she's like, you know, got to be in her 80s now, but it looks like a good film. I don't know if Linda Blair will make an appearance. There's kind of like that's being kept quiet. Maybe they kind of work up to that in the third film, but Exorcist. Have you ever seen the original Exorcist?
I love the original Exorcist.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary. I saw that in high school with friends. We just put it in, and yeah, that was really good. And I mean, it still holds up, I think, because, well, I haven't seen it since, but I'm gonna just, guess that it holds up still.
It does still hold up. I mean, it is a little bit dated, but I think that's what's also good about it.
Because it also takes place in that time era too. What was it, like, set in the 60s, I think?
Yeah.
Or maybe early 70s. But
so we don't need a special edition to every single movie that's out there and like add a bunch of CGI to it.
I mean, if they actually remaster in 4K, truly remaster something in 4K.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's one thing. If you're making it look a little more visually appealing.
Lucas didn't make it, so they're not going to... Well, they did add the spider walk, didn't they? I think. Selma Blair, there was that scene they did. I've never seen it, but I heard it's like creepy as hell. Like, it was an effective addition.
Yeah.
It was a spider walk, and I don't know why they didn't put it in the original. Probably because maybe it was just too terrifying. I mean, back then, people would have heart attacks and faint from these films. Like, I remember,
I always used to hear that about like movies and stuff like that. Like, people had to be stretchered out because they were fainting and shit like that. I'm like, okay.
Probably because, I mean, eventually we kind of got accustomed to that. But
yeah, I think we got probably desensitized a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's like you have to really up the ante to make something disturbing.
Right.
But
yeah. Any horror fan out there, I know a few, obviously, and it takes a lot for them to get scared or to think a movie's good,
Yeah.
And so it's, most things I feel or I think are scary, they just laugh it off. It's like, that's something. My kid watches it and laughs. I'm like, what kind of kids do you have?
Oh boy.
So that comes out October 13th. Great day to do that.
Yeah. Halloween's going to be good.
Yeah.
Or October's going to be a good time for like Halloween horror type stuff.
Well, we were just talking, and it's crazy how fall's almost here,
Yeah.
And that means we got to do some more Halloween themed stuff. Do more this year.
There we go. Dr. Billy's coming back.
There you go.
Give him something to...
I think Dr. Billy needs to tell a scary story drunk, because that's what Jonah wanted to do last year. Not with Dr. Billy, but you could do that. Last year, Jonah had a great idea. I don't want to spoil it, but it needs to happen basically. So I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, Superman Legacy. So we've talked about this before, obviously, but now they've casted a lot of people in this film. We got our new Superman, David Cornsweet. Sweat, is that how you say his name?
I have no idea.
Anyway, he's our new Clark
I've seen
Kent.
his picture. I don't know what his...
He looks like Clark Kent, but
he does.
Still, come on, Henry Cavill. Like, why? I just thought he was perfect for that part.
He was.
He'll be fine. I know, but yeah, I do love Rachel Brosnan. Is that how you say her name? She's playing Lois Lane. She's on that show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Mm-hmm.
You see her. She's like, I think this is like probably the most perfect Lois Lane to be cast in the film. Like, I loved Amy Adams, but she never felt like Lois Lane to me, because I'm sorry, it's the look too. It's like, I just felt like she kind of, in a way, phoned it in. Like, I'm not going to dye my hair. I'm just going to be me. It's like,
it was kind of like
I know it's a stupid reason, but yeah.
It was kind of like with Ninja Turtles too, when they recast April. She wasn't like
the original April. Yeah.
It was kind of like, okay, yeah, you're a great actress and everything like that, but you don't look like who you're supposed to be playing.
Right.
It's kind of like J.K. Simmons playing, J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
He freaking looked like J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah. So that's what made it work.
I still wish,
Still wish they would have gave him like you could have put him in a fucking wig. He was in a wig for the Raimi ones.
Yeah, that's my only thing I didn't like about this new iteration of him. And I guess it's another universe, right? But it's like,
whatever.
Like, it doesn't look, I
like the guy from fucking whatever that drumming movie was. Just grew a mustache. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cast looks good.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I would love to see them give, what's his name? Played Yondu. Can't remember his guy's name.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah, I'd love to see them give Michael Rooker.
I'm sure he'll get a job.
Cameo.
Oh yeah, didn't you suggest Perry White?
I think he would make a great Perry White.
I can see that. Perry White doesn't have to be a young guy. He's an old guy, really. I mean, I thought Lawrence Fishburne did a great job. They're obviously not carrying over the
hard
cast.
Pass.
Really?
I thought the guy that was in
Return?
Lois and Clark.
Oh yeah, that
back
guy
in the
was
day
great.
did a way better job.
That guy was great. Yeah,
and it doesn't matter. I don't care what the gender.
Oh, I know. I
color
get it.
Or whatever it is
right.
of Perry White. I just think it would be kind of cool to give Michael Rooker a little.
Yeah, I guess Lawrence Fishburne kind of brings that Perry White can kick your ass vibe.
He did do good. He did have the good authority.
Yeah, I liked
for Perry White.
We didn't get enough of it, unfortunately. But yeah. I dug that casting. But yeah,
I liked him better in Batman versus Superman. But
yeah, he had a little bit more to do. Well, in a way, especially the extended cut. But yeah, I think that'd be great. We're calling it now. He's going to be Perry White, Michael Rooker. There you go.
Yeah, on the phone with James Gunn. I got his number here somewhere.
All right, yeah, call him up. But yeah, we got
James Gunn's doing this one, right? Or
yes, he's directing it and he wrote it.
James Gunn verse.
Yeah, this is in the new DC verse.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, set up. Probably butchered this. Apologies. Edie Gathig. He's playing Mr. Terrific, and he was actually in X-Men First Class. He played Darwin.
Oh yeah,
which a lot of people, and I agree, he got a bad rap. Dude, he was such a cool character. He should have been able to adapt.
He was a way cooler character than Angel.
Yeah.
Well, fifth person named Angel in the X-Men series. But
I know you lose track, right? The whole timeline's screwed up, but yeah, that would have been a cool, I don't think they did it back then, but a scene after the credits, post-credit scene, he actually did adapt.
Yeah, he kind of breaks out of the little statue thing.
Yeah, you think he could? Yeah, that was really a shitty way to go, but I think it was effective for the film.
I think
as a motivation.
What they were trying to do was build to the original X-Men roster with that, which really sucked.
Right. Let's recruit this guy so we can.
Anyway, we'll talk about how much Fox fucked up later.
But, can't wait. Yeah. Nathan Fillion, he's playing Guy Gardner, aka Green Lantern. I'm sure Steve's thrilled about that. I think Steve's favorite might be Jon Stewart, but still, Guy Gardner's the third in line after those two.
I don't know if he's gonna make a good Guy Gardner.
He's kind of old though, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, he was okay in Guardians 3, but he was just kind of in there for 5 minutes.
He's definitely dropped pounds. He was getting a little heavy there.
Yeah,
so he's kind of in. He was one of those types, kind of was it Bruce Campbell, who should have been should have had more parts because they had the nice jaw and everything, but they just never quite got that in a way.
I don't see him in a bowl cut.
Yeah, well, I don't. Who knows? It might be a wig, but it's going to happen. He's going to have a bowl cut. So, yeah, that's what Gunn said. He's going to have a bowl cut. So I don't know.
Oh dear God!
I can't see Fillion. I guess he could comb his hair forward and it would work, but maybe they'll just give him a damn wig. I just hope it's not. If this shit gets too goofy, it's all right. This is not going to be what a lot of people want, and maybe people do. I don't know, but we'll see. But he's not. This Green Lantern's not as heroic as the other two we know of.
Guy Gardner's a douchebag.
So yeah, actually, it might be quite refreshing. So
might be kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see. Well,
hey, it's something different.
Reserve judgment till it comes out. I've been wrong before.
Right. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, we got till 2025.
Yeah, we got a bit. We got a bit to worry about it.
Yeah. So, Isabel Merst, she's playing Hawk Girl. So that's cool. I don't know too much about the Hawk people.
I don't either.
Of course, Black Adam, you had Hawkman. Well, it's not bad. I get really tired of the nano shit though. He had nanotech like Iron Man. Did you ever see Black Adam?
I didn't.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I just hate when like costumes just kind of wishy-washy. It's just like,
He just kind of does
like,
does a little tech wave over him.
Yeah, it's like, 89 Batman. He was gearing up. He put the belt on and shit. Now it's just like, not even that. It's just like,
I got so sick of that in the MCU.
Oh yeah, like as much as I love Infinity War and Endgame, I do not like the nano Iron Man. It takes me out of the whole thing.
It's too slim for an Iron Man costume.
Yeah, and there's just a shitty shot that looks clearly like they just put his face on something. It's just not, it doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's like every 5 seconds you do the little wipe thing and then your face is there.
And Black Panther did the same damn thing. Like, fucking have a helmet and just...
Yeah,
enough of this, like, whew, and, it's such a gimmick because, they're stars, right? It's like we gotta see their face.
I know they gotta have FaceTime.
Yeah,
but still,
there's always those moments where it comes off their face, and it's
too.
like just like Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man, yeah, he got out of that suit. So, but before that was like, hey, Mr. Stark, it's like, Jesus Christ, it just takes me out of it. But I get it. Like we gotta see the people. It's that, or you get the mask blown off halfway, like Toby in every movie. It was always ripped because we had to make sure it was him.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Go ahead.
Spider-Man 2. How is there anybody left in the city of New York that doesn't know he's fucking Spider-Man? Everyone, he had that mask was coming off all the damn time.
Yeah.
Took it off on the subway. He's like whipping by people's windows.
Yeah.
Fucking Toby. Anyway.
Well, hey, there might be a 4. That's what Thomas Hayden Church is saying.
I think if there is, it's going to be Garfield's Spider-Man.
Yeah. I was more happy to see him back because I think he got a shitty deal,
You got Morbius, you got Craven, you got Venom, and Vulture.
Yeah.
That are all in the Sonyverse right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, a lot to happen there if they choose or can do it. Yeah. But, and yeah, speaking of Thomas Hayden Church, I forgot to mention he's in the cast of Twisted Metal as the cop, which I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, I love
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah. Oh, I remember him on Wings.
Yeah.
What the hell was his name?
It was Lowell.
Lowell. Yeah. Oh, he was hilarious. Yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm so happy he's like still in projects. Sideways was a huge boost to his career.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was kind of like, I think he was doing like 7-Eleven advertisements I would remember like listening to on the way to work. And all of a sudden he's in this big indie film. And yeah, then he gets Spider-Man 3, I think, after that. And yeah, and he looked pretty much the same when they did the No Way Home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they could bring him back for a 4th one, I guess. It seemed like they kind of settled all the stories, but
yeah,
I don't know. John Malkovich was going to be Vulture, I think, in the original, which would have been cool. I think that would have worked, but they probably can't do that now. But I don't know.
You never know.
Mortal Kombat 2 movie news.
Yes, I'm so hyped for this.
Yeah, I am too.
I can't wait
Carl
for
Urban.
Mortal Kombat 2
I'm excited for him to be part
Johnny
of it.
Cage. Carl Urban is going to be playing Johnny Cage.
No Ryan Reynolds. Sorry, guys.
Well, there was a big push for The Miz.
Oh,
from WWE to be Johnny Cage, which honestly, fan casting wise, I could totally see that.
Yeah, he has the look, right? But not the...
He has the look. He's a cocky, arrogant asshole. He plays one on TV. He's probably a nice man.
So it won't be any difference then.
But I can't see Billy Butcher shaving off the beard and all that and being Johnny Cage. I don't know.
Right. Does he got red hair? Or has he got blonde hair? I think I'm thinking of some other dude who's got a big red beard. Mohawk.
Sheamus.
Yeah, because he played
Rocksteady, I think.
I think so.
Bebop. One of the two.
One of the two. Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah. I just was thinking for a minute, like, that'd be odd if he went from that to Johnny Cage. But yeah.
Yeah.
Carl Urban, man, that's great.
Yeah. So they've got Got a few new characters. Well, not new characters. A few characters from the video games kind of confirmed already. Like
Sweet.
Basically the Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3 video games. You got some of the ones showing up for that.
Nice.
Yeah, not a lot known about it yet.
It's coming.
But it's coming.
Maybe it'll actually come out theaters this time.
Baraka's going to be in it.
Nice.
Baraka I'm so excited to see Baraka.
Yeah.
Hopefully it looks 10 times better than he did in Annihilation.
I'm sure they've learned their lesson,
rubber
right?
Spirit Halloween mask and fucking. It's like when
it predates
you
Spirit, doesn't it?
It's kind of like when you go to your mom, you're like, "Mom, I want to be Shredder for Halloween." She gives you cardboard and aluminum foil and says, "Go nuts."
Here's a cheese grater. Be careful.
Yeah. Don't put your eye out.
There's so much blood.
But it is being delayed again by SAG-AFTRA Strike. So
yeah. It'll happen. It's just a matter of time.
It is. But yeah.
Hopefully that won't jeopardize
the production part of it's being delayed. I think they're still kind of working on it.
Hopefully the star schedules will stay open for it because
I'm sure it will. I mean, what else?
So I think The Boys is wrapped, hasn't it? Is it over or is it
No.
Okay.
There is at least going to be one more season, if not two more.
Okay.
At least one more season. I'm
right.
pretty confident with that.
Well, he shaved the beard, I think. I don't know. He might be scruffy as Johnny Cage. I'm not quite sure, but it looks like he did shave for it.
Yeah, because I mean, Johnny Cage is pretty clean cut.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I want them to honor that look. It's all about looks.
I want him to have the gigantic belt buckle and the Johnny tattoo across the chest. So start, doing some push-ups, Carl.
Well, I got to look because eventually,
well, it depends if we're getting,
which
Mortal
version?
Kombat 1 Johnny Cage or if we're getting like Mortal Kombat 11 Johnny Cage.
Right. Maybe in the battles it'll start like the first, and then as they get into more battles, clothes get changed. I don't know. They could do it a creative way or something, but yeah.
We're supposed to get the actual tournament of Mortal Kombat in this one.
Yeah, that was kind of odd. They didn't have that in the first one. It was a different approach, but
I kind of like how they did the did the build up to it.
I haven't seen it for a while, but I didn't hate it. I thought Keno was great. Keno? Is that how you say his name? Or Keno? Who's the guy with the red eye? Kano, Jesus. Keno's his cousin.
Learn your lore, Josh.
I'm sorry. Annihilation was the shit. No, Kano was great in that. I love the actor who played him and everything.
Oh, yeah. Keno was like, he stole the show.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Great. He was hilarious in that movie.
He was.
Probably the biggest movie news we've gotten lately. Deadpool 3.
Yep.
We're finally getting a comic accurate Wolverine suit, not just a dirty fucking tank top and a leather jacket.
I love it. I love it. Seeing that, I wanted to share it right away when I saw it, but I was like, fans are so good now with art. I was like, is this real?
It's like you never know.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be some like how many teases did we get for Beetlejuice 2? Like fake movie posters and shit.
They're great looking, but they're not real.
Yeah.
Like everyone was sharing them. Like, guys, this isn't. I mean, it's filming now, but
like at least they're not doing that bullshit that Fox always did, where they tease us with a little itty bitty, tease of like a comic accurate thing, and then the next one they're wearing fucking overalls. And a straw hat.
Was it Apocalypse?
Yeah, the end of Apocalypse. They had the 90s.
They were getting close
outfits.
to it. It was still a little different, but it was close to the 90s. Like, Cyclops had like chrome, but I think it was chrome.
He at least had like the cross buckle with the X symbol, and Mystique had her actual outfit. She wasn't just naked and covered in scales or whatever.
But you saved money because it's like those are already designed. Move them over to the next film. Nah, we'll just get them sweaters.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And
Jennifer Lawrence like looked different again because they I'm a big actress now, and it's like they scaled back her makeup a lot.
Yeah,
she still looked okay, but it's like, okay, you look a little different. Not even the same blue. It was like kind of a teal. It was weird, but hey, just watch for wood shavings next time.
Yeah.
I got a splinter through my chest.
Oh gosh. Killed by wood.
We're all tired of her so much. I think we were like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Although I do kind of want to see that new movie she's in, No Hard Feelings.
Oh, No Hard Feelings. It looks okay.
Yeah, the reviews weren't the greatest, but
it's like
yeah,
Jennifer Lawrence playing Amy Schumer.
But she skinny dips in it, so I'm like, yeah, I'll go see it.
God.
Not Amy Schumer. Jennifer
Oh,
Lawrence.
thank God. Oof, you need a big pool for that shit. Anyway.
Well, she won't be on the show anytime soon.
Fuck Amy Schumer.
She's so funny. Oh my God. She was going to be Barbie, remember? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I'm so fucking glad she's not.
Me too. I don't think it would have been as successful, but
see you next Tuesday. Anyway.
But yeah, the costume looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
It looks great.
We've got some kind of like stills of, the fight scene, I guess, between the two of them. And,
yeah. He's not happy with Deadpool, that's for sure. Like, he's even holding like a limb later on. In the shot. Yeah.
Which all their battles in the comics are extremely bloody.
Yep.
Both of them can heal.
Right.
Just go at it.
That's true. Yeah.
So
that's just the movie itself. It's like, how do you fit in all these other cameos?
Well, yeah, there's so the original cast is all set to return. Like, Dopehinder's coming back. Marina Baccarin's coming back as Vanessa. Colossus, Negasonic, they're all coming back.
Yeah, because he saved Vanessa.
Yeah, he like kind of.
I don't know how much they'll honor that, but yeah, it kind of felt like no stakes with that, But
it's
yeah. Sorry for interrupting.
Anyway, no, you're good. T.J. Miller is absent from the cast.
Not shocking. Yeah.
That's not shocking at all.
No.
There have been some. Some have been confirmed. Some of them have been rumored. Tom Hiddleston's going to be in as Loki. Owen Wilson's going to be in as Mobius. What's her name? Tara Strong's going to be in as Miss Minutes. So the little clock thing's going to be in there. Jennifer Garner's Elektra is going to be in it. There's been rumors that Ben Affleck's coming back as Daredevil.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's been confirmed yet or not.
That'd be fun.
There has been some teasing from the original XMEN trilogy cast. Famke Janssen, Halle Berry, Patrick Stewart, James Marsden, and Ian McKellen have all teased coming back for it. My theory with this is that it's going to be like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
You ever heard of that comic before?
I haven't, but...
So I don't think he's going to kill like the MCU. It's going to be like Deadpool killing off the Fox characters. And just being like, no, get out of here. We're doing something else
now. Because Marvel's kind of rebooting everything anyway. The X-Men.
Because, if they open it up for, which they're eventually getting to, they've already kind of kicked the door open for mutants in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually when they do get there to the X-Men, I doubt Hugh Jackman's going to come back to do Wolverine.
And I welcome them actually doing a more comic accurate Wolverine, like short and stocky.
Yeah,
like, I'm for trying something different. This is the only thing he hasn't done as Wolverine. Really, is finally put the damn costume on.
Yes, and the deleted scene from the Wolverine.
Yep,
they had the brown and yellow, brown and tan, brown and yellow kind of suit teased in that. This one, he's actually got like the holes for his claws and the gloves. Yep. Like it looks like it's from the
pretty damn cool.
The 90s X-Men, that's
gonna be an action figure I want to get. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Helmet or no helmet or mask?
I hope
at least one scene, one shot.
It's the thing is like it's Hugh Jackman, so he's probably gonna want to show his face a bit.
I know, but
I at least want an establishing shot with him with the mask. On. And then after that, you can throw it in the fucking trash. I don't care. But I at least want to see him with the mask on once.
Yeah.
Same. But everything I've seen so far of the stills, he
looks fine without it too in the suit. But still, it's like that completes the look.
It does complete the look, and we have not
takes
seen
your face
that
away.
yet.
But yeah, I always thought they could do it more of a like it had a function to it, like Magneto or not Magneto. Xavier was trying to get into his head or something. He didn't want to be tracked, so I was like. That would make sense to have that. Like, oh, fine. Magneto's got a helmet. I'll make a helmet and I'll adapt it to my persona. But I definitely think when Marvel does reboot eventually, go for the looks. You don't have to explain them. I think we're at a point now. It's like If you just don't make it goofy. Just make it look rich and cool, and we're fine with it.
They've been pretty faithful.
Yeah.
Even at the end of No Way Home.
Yeah.
Spider-Man makes his own suit. It looks like it's ripped from the comics.
Yeah. It looks great.
Doesn't have the Stark look to it.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, it's not like they don't have the budget for it.
Yeah.
They can practically print their own money at this point.
Right. And the other thing I want out of his helmet, Wolverine's, is give us the white eyes, because it looks so great on Deadpool.
Yes.
Wolverine, can you just imagine Jackman's like teeth and then the eyes with the dude. So cool.
Oh man.
Like, they gotta do that.
You don't need to do the grease paint like Batman.
I think I was kind of hoping Pattinson's Batman in some early shots, stills of the film, it looked like he did have white eyes. And I was like, oh fuck, they're finally doing it. They've teased it.
Kind of like they did in the animated series where you couldn't see his eyes.
Yeah,
it was like the white.
Yeah, I think they should definitely. Deadpool, I think, paved the way for that. It looks cool. I think it looks great.
I think it does too.
But, it depends on the actor they get. And I don't know. You guys see my face.
Well,
even though stunt doubles are mostly doing all the action in these costumes, so what's the difference?
Not only that, but a lot of times with like any characters in a mask, they have like the tracking dots on their face, and then they just go over it with mocap or whatever.
But how you can get it both ways is outside of the action, when you have the dramatic scenes when they're not in their costumes, that's the time to like, hey, I'm
That's
seeing.
the time to
I'm seeing, and then when we get into action, let's mask the fuck up, just like
exactly.
Affleck and Pattinson, they wore the masks, and I don't think there was really any scenes where they're like got ripped off or some bullshit, it's just like enough, like we want them to look like they they do in the comics and the animated shows. But I am so down. This movie could. I pray it's not going to suck, but I'm just saying, just the looks alone, like I'm down. Like this is so cool. Like that announcement.
It's going to be one way or the other. It is going to be epic.
Yeah,
it's going to be one way or the other. There's not going to be any gray area with this one,
right?
Because it's not only is it bringing Deadpool and mutants and whatever into the MCU, but it's seeing if Deadpool's brand of humor, if they can carry that over to the MCU,
right? Yeah, that's gonna be something to.
We'll see.
I mean, hats off to Disney for allowing. I mean, they are under the Fox brand, sort of. I think that's how they get by. But I mean, anymore, if you I've seen ads for that chef show Bear, and before that was like the Chippendales. I've seen the Hulu stamp on it. I've seen the Disney stamp on the advertisements. It's like, and Disney's done. Pretty Woman was a rated R movie, and that was under their sister company, Touchstone, I believe, or Hollywood Pictures. So they've always done that, but for it to actually have that Marvel stamp on it, it's kind of like they've done it before, but it's kind of like a big leap for the Marvel studio market.
It's not like parents didn't take their kids to see the R-rated Deadpool movies anyway.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I remember seeing two, and there was like way too young kids in there. Like they
were working in flicks when they were doing that, and I was like,
"What the hell's wrong?"
Your
with
kids
people?
Are like 8 and 9, man.
Yeah,
anyway.
Like what? Why? But yeah, that looks great.
It looks good. I'm looking forward to it
for sure. Games. There's a lot to talk about there.
So San Diego Comic-Con happened not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
We got some new information for Mortal Kombat 1, technically Mortal Kombat 12, but
it's a remake or something.
So at the end of Mortal Kombat 11, there's a lot of like time bullshit going on. Basically what happens is that Liu Kang becomes a god. He gets like the power of Raiden.
Oh, okay.
He becomes a fire god or whatever.
Yeah.
And then goes back in time to the original Kung Lao.
Oh.
Who's like his great ancestor or whatever.
Sure.
He goes back in time to train him so that, because in the original Mortal Kombat 1, not this one, the original one from the 90s, Outworlded 1, the last 9 tournaments, and if they won 10, then Outworld could invade Earth.
Oh.
So I think what he's doing is like going back. It's kind of like rewriting a bunch of stuff for like a bunch of the characters in this.
Okay.
In this game.
Sure.
So it's kind of like, again, rebooting it just like they did with Mortal Kombat 9, but I think it's going to be in a different way. Like there's some kind of neat things they're doing with the characters to make them a little more grounded in reality, I think.
Cool.
But the thing that blows me away, so ever since Mortal Kombat 9, they've always had guest characters.
Yep.
Come into the games. Like the Mortal Kombat 11, they had Terminator, Sylvester Stallone came back to do Rambo.
RoboCop, right?
RoboCop, yeah.
Peter Weller.
We had Peter Weller doing RoboCop. We had Keith David coming back as Spawn. Oh, that was so fucking good.
Wow.
I love Keith David Spawn.
Cool.
So a couple of the guest characters are just, ex-Mortal Kombat. The ones that blew me away. I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh yeah, I hear
please.
you. Yeah.
Peacemaker.
I can see that big gun.
So we'll see if we'll get John Cena to voice Peacemaker.
I'm sure, yeah.
Homelander from The Boys, and Omni-Man from Invincible.
Nice.
So we can get what's his name and J.K. Simmons to.
J.K. Simmons, I think, has been confirmed. He is voicing. So
nice.
I'm sure they're gonna get John Cena to voice.
I bet they will.
That'd be criminal. I mean, the likeness they've shown. Is that legit? What we've seen, that pose, they're all together.
It looks like they used John Cena's likeness, like Peacemaker from the show.
So that's legit. Then yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can sometimes use likeness, but not the voice or some crap like that.
Yeah, and see in Mortal Kombat 11, what they did too is like they had alternate skins for some of the characters.
Yep.
Like Raiden, they had the Mortal Kombat 90 whatever, like from the movie.
Yeah.
Like his likeness, he looked like Christopher Lambert, and I think Christopher Lambert actually, or they did like a similar voice to it.
Did he laugh? Remember he did that? Sorry.
I don't think so. God, I'm so glad they got an Asian actor for Raiden now.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right?
But
it was the 90s.
So there have been some leaks for the second combat. They call them like combat packs or whatever for the.
Oh, sure.
So there have been some leaks for the second one, and this guy, I guess, that leaks it is allegedly pretty accurate with stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the leaks include Deathstroke, the Doom guy from the Doom games.
Oh wow.
And Harley Quinn, which makes sense because they had Joker in the last one. And,
okay, they did, yeah.
And WB NetherRealm, they did the Injustice games as well.
Yep.
So it always makes sense. They kind of put like a DC character into it.
Sure.
They've had Sub-Zero and Injustice.
What Joker did was there many? Like, was there a Heath Ledger skin? Or?
There wasn't. It was just all one.
Okay.
I mean, he had different skins, but it was all just one Joker.
The kind of like from Injustice, sort of, or
no, the Injustice 2 Joker sucked. Oh my god, it was like Jared Leto's Joker. But no, this one was like, it was a little more like a Mark Hamill Joker. Like it was.
Oh, okay, very cartoony, kind of.
Not cartoony.
No,
but it was like very much like a terrifying Joker.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Oh yeah, acted just like Joker would. You'd expect him to. But
I love RoboCop and Terminator, even though it's like it's a version of Terminator, at least from what I saw, bearded. That's from the last Dark Fate film, which tanked. No,
he had a couple different. Like,
did he? Okay,
his,
so that's
like,
one
Terminator
of the skins.
2 skin.
Okay. Because I'm like, that look was really cool for that film. The film, not so much, but that was a good look. And I was like, it's nice to see these looks like actually have combat and like RoboCop moving. Like you never seen him move before.
Yeah.
Like it looked really cool, and it's grotesque with the fatalities. Like,
oh god,
just Murphy, and they like rips his face off, and they're like, oh my god, like this looks so brutal. Like RoboCop was, how violent that was.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They've shown a couple of fatalities so far.
Nice.
Mortal Kombat 1, they look good.
So when this is delayed now, or no? That's the movie I'm thinking of.
The movie's delayed.
Okay,
now.
When's the game coming out? Do we know?
I don't remember when that's coming out.
Too soon for this year, probably.
They could try. I don't know. NetherRealms are usually good about making sure that like everything's done with the game.
Right. You of course want it to be a good final product, not full of bugs and stuff.
I would say probably not till next year with as much as they're
don't rush it. It'll be worth
wanting
it.
to add with it, but
I got to get Mortal Kombat 11, right?
Yeah, 11 looks really good.
Now do you have to earn these characters, or they come with the game?
A lot of them are like, oh, you don't earn anything in games anymore, Josh. You have to pay for it.
Well, I did buy the first Injustice game, but it was like the deluxe edition, so it did come with like additional characters.
Yeah, that's the ones that I have too, or like the ultimate edition, and where it comes.
But
with
online
all the DLC.
playing, you get more, even right on top of that.
I think so.
No?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I haven't sat down and played Mortal Kombat for a long time.
Sure.
I just like going on MK
I love
Ice and
watching
Fire
it.
and watching the cinematics.
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's
right.
This is going to be a phenomenal one. It really
I'm
is.
for it. That's pretty badass. I mean, they brought the turtles back. I think the last one too, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." They kind of look like the
turtles
ones.
were in Injustice 2.
Oh, is that what I was thinking of? Okay,
Yeah.
I got them crisscrossed. But are they the same makers or they're not?
Yeah,
they are. Okay,
It's
so it makes sense.
WB Games.
Okay, yeah, I think you said that
NetherRealm.
earlier. Yep.
But
Sweet.
yeah, like so, like DC, obviously you can't have like Superman ripping somebody's arms off,
Right.
but like you can in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Even when they did did you ever see the Mortal Kombat versus DC?
Oh shoot! What system was that for?
That was multi-platform, I think.
Oh, was it?
But it was like it was not rated M.
Oh,
It was like rated teen. So they couldn't get away with a lot.
Sure, yeah.
But it was like either heroic brutalities or they did have fatalities in it, but they were toned way down.
It was like noogies, like, oh, you.
Yeah, it's like no. It's like the Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat fatalities really didn't do anything. Like, got your nose, haha.
Did they edit? Oh wait, was Mortal Kombat just Sega or was that for Nintendo as well?
I had it for Super Nintendo.
You did, and they did.
But
they did.
They didn't do.
They diluted it a little bit.
They diluted it a lot.
Okay,
like Sub-Zero just freezes somebody and shatters them instead of ripping their head out. Kano like just kind of goes like that and then goes, oh, and there's nothing in his hand. I remember Super Nintendo, they edited
got your face.
So there wasn't blood in it. There was sweat.
That's a lot of sweat.
But then Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 came out and it was like you uppercutted somebody and it was Quentin Tarantino style. It was everywhere.
Oh man, those are brutal. I mean, there's so much more.
They've gotten progressively.
Oh God, they push it.
Oof.
Oh, I know. I've seen them.
There's one in. There's not a lot. Oh, the sound is phenomenal.
Yeah,
and
it's like it's amped up too. It's like on an 11.
And seeing how they record this stuff.
I haven't
like
seen
they
that.
actually take like hammers to like watermelons and stuff and like
makes sense.
Pull it out really slow to get that like.
Yeah.
But there's one. There's a lot of them in Mortal Kombat 10 where I was just like, that's just fucking gross. But there's
too far.
But in Mortal Kombat 11, there's one that just like makes me cringe every time. So Cabal, the guy that's got the two like hook swords.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
So he like puts the hooks inside their mouth like this, and it like the sound of it like scraping against their teeth as he's like pulling it back. I'm like, oh. I mean, it's such a good fatality, but it like, gah. Just fucking makes me cringe every time. Anyway, Mortal Kombat 1, go check it out. I don't know when it's coming out.
Sweet. Hey, I look forward to it. And check out 11 in the meantime or watch them on YouTube.
11's a lot of fun.
It looks like it, yeah. I should probably get that. Definitely. Any other news for gaming?
That's all I've got for gaming, man. It's been I haven't done anything with.
We've all taken time off in a way.
Holy shit. Yeah, there's I was really hoping by now we'd have like some updates on like The Last Ronin and you know, stuff like that. I really haven't heard hell of a lot on that yet.
No, I think a lot of things are getting. I mean, there is some turtle news. The new movie's coming out next week, which I'm actually looking forward to it.
I saw the new trailer for it when I went to go see Across the Spider-Verse, and I'm actually actually a lot more excited to see it now.
Yeah, it's similar animation, but not probably on that level. Obviously, it's a little
it was just
cheaper, you could say.
Yeah, I mean, now that I kind of know more about the movie, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to give it a shot anyway, but
right. I'm excited. I hope it's successful. Yeah. Eventually, I really want to get back to the good old days, the Henson, but like new technology like CGI, the mouths or something. I don't know, but
yeah.
That's for live action, at least. They need to get back to that. No more of these gigantic turtles. Even though there are some aspects of those Bay produced films that are pretty cool, I think. But overall, it's like they're too fucking big.
I especially liked at the end where they were over, and I never had to watch them again.
Credits. This is the best.
I've never clapped for credits harder.
Well, the second one, they actually played the classic 87 animated song.
Yeah.
So there you go. You probably really enjoyed that one. But that was the other news was at Con, Kevin Eastman at San Diego announced that Nickelodeon actually got rights to re-show the original animated series. So they're going to view that or show that again. So, yeah. Yeah. Breaking news for you. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I know, right?
That's fucking awesome.
I mean, sadly, after all this time with trying new things, we just want the old stuff back. But it was good. That was the peak of
the more we try to improve shit, the more we move further away from the stuff that we liked.
Right. Like
Ecto Cooler, fucking high C.
I know.
That's all right. I'll make my own.
Well, hey, we got another Ghostbusters coming out this year. I think so far. Where the hell?
I don't know. They didn't do that for Afterlife, did they?
They didn't. They did it.
They
for
did
the
it
other
for
movie.
the fucking Kate McKinnon one.
Yeah, she was like the best part of that film. But
she was. Kate McKinnon's awesome. The rest of you fucking suck.
That was a film. But yeah, we got. So far, it's called Firehouse. I don't know if that's. I actually don't hate that name. But it could be just a production name. But that's
I think that's a production name for it or something like that.
Cool. But they did show the logo of the Ghostbusters. They're always changing them, which is cool. It's fine. It's gimmicky. But goddamn, we should get. They had Ecto Cooler out last time, but it was like very limited. Like you had to be like at a big event, like in a big city.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, they did do that for Afterlife.
Yeah, but it was like not around here though.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't like before
California and shit like that.
Because I got my wife worked for Hy-Vee at the time of the 2015 or 16, whenever that came out, and she actually was able to order me like cans of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, it was so good, But
in the meantime, check out our Halloween episode where we show you how to make it.
Yes, we'll do that again. Spiked version maybe, but reviews, recommendations, anything you'd like to outside of what we talked about today.
Secret Invasion's been pretty good so far.
Last episode just came out. This is Wednesday, so it came out. I'll try to see it tonight. I don't know if I'll get that far, but it's been pretty solid. I think I mean, obviously
it's not as big as the comic version,
right? It's not as grand.
No, it's not a gigantic battle in the middle of the Savage Land and stuff like that.
So. Unless this episode has it. Who knows?
Could be. You never know.
That's where all the money went to. Like, whoa, this is great.
They just threw their entire yearly budget at episode 6 of a 30-minute fucking episode. Anyway.
But Emily Clark, I mean, I'm glad she's finally in the universe.
She's been good in that. Yeah.
And it does have a good story. I don't know the comic story too well, so I don't know how much different it is, but...
Well, and the comic story, too, involves, like, every superhero.
Yeah. So this one's a lot more...
This one's a lot more grounded. It's just Nick Fury doing his own thing.
It's more of a Carol Danvers, Nick Fury issue. Like, she was supposed to find them a home, the Skrulls, and...
Yeah.
Which is, like, it's a good concept, because, like, why the fuck don't they have a home by now? Like, what have you been doing, Carol Danvers?
A lot of galaxies out there. My ass. She was getting another fucking haircut.
She was doing a bunch of yoga on her YouTube channel. Yeah, and of course we got the Marvels coming out. I don't know if that's going to be successful or not, because it doesn't feel like a lot of people are.
Doesn't seem to be a lot of hype behind it.
No, McDonald's is selling toys, but other than that, it's like.
I mean, the trailer looks
it's decent, but it's
It's another one after I just got done saying support your local movie theater. It's another one I'm going to wait for on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Little Mermaid's out on Disney Plus too, and I didn't see that in the theater. I've heard things. I think I've heard mostly decent, but I don't know.
At least she has the right eye spacing to be a fish.
Well, she's a mermaid. She's different, right?
Oh, yeah, whatever.
They have bigger gaps. I don't know. Merman.
Man,
I saw.
Wetness is the essence of moisture.
I love that movie. Not the sequel so much, Zoolander.
No, the sequel fucking sucked.
How do you screw that up? And I'm tired of sequels where they kill off like characters you like right away.
It was like Dumb and Dumber. They didn't need a sequel.
Oh, that was bad. Dumb and Dumber was actually better than Dumb and Dumber 2, I thought.
Yeah.
I just was like, they just totally changed the characters. They were like total dumbasses. Like, how could they even function in life?
You never go full. Well, I'm not going to say.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of sequels, that might be happening. Cruz and Downey have both expressed slight interest in doing another Tropic Thunder, but in this environment, I don't think they could do anything anymore. Sadly,
there's so many people trying to cancel the original one because it had blackface in it.
Right, but it was made fun of. It was like, just go out and watch it. Jesus, whatever silliness. But yeah, I saw The Flash, and I will probably do a separate review on all those. But I have been catching up on the big films, and I thought The Flash, I thought it was good. It wasn't a home run by any stretch, but shockingly, the whole twins concept has been done forever, right? Been mastered. You take one actor and you make them two. Yeah. There's moments in this film where it's like their first attempt ever at trying to make someone two characters. There's like, it's weird. Sometimes when they share a scene, the two Flashes, I mean, you've seen this from the trailers and everything, but one of them's got like a fucked up face and the other one looks normal. And it's like vice versa at other scenes. And it's like, this concept has been improved upon so much. How has this been fucked up for this big movie? Like,
it's not like they haven't had time to work on it in post.
Of course, Isra's crazy ass. They did reshoots, so I don't know if that had to do.
That's what they were like. Fuck it.
Yeah,
we're gonna make them look as bad as possible.
But I know I'm not. I don't want to be happy it bombed, but the director, I think it's Andrew Machete or something. He directed the It films. He wanted to use Ezra again for Flash if they made another Flash. So I'm kind of happy that hopefully that not going to happen now.
I think that ship has sailed,
dude. I'm sorry. I don't care. How many meetings they forced him to go to. Like they forced him.
Don't get me wrong. I hope Ezra gets all the help.
I do too. Yeah,
in the world and and improves themselves.
Yeah.
But
you don't get to go on being a superhero when you threaten to kill people, and it's just...
Well, even Kevin Spacey got pardoned or whatever.
Yeah.
Got acquitted, whatever.
Not in my head, but yeah.
Well, in London anyway.
I know. Yeah. When he managed the old Vic or something there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I don't buy it. Yeah. It's another innocent type of case, right? But so I will go in more in depth. I hope so soon about the Flash, but Keaton was great in it. That was the highlight. And the audience really seemed to love him in the film when he appeared. The audience I was in. But DC's just a mess right now. Aquaman's reshooting. I guess they've supposedly used Affleck's Batman, and then they decided to reshoot that with Keaton's Batman, and now I think they're taking Batman out of it. It's like, it just seems like such a shit show.
We should just be done with all of it and just restart with Superman Legacy.
That kind of feels that way because, like, why would they announce this whole new...
it sucks for Jason Momoa because he makes a great Arthur Curry, but...
Yeah, but he'd make an even better Lobo. I mean, if they ever did that. Yes. I mean, that's what I thought when they first cast him.
I would love to... You know what? I would love to see if they do, like, Injustice or something like that. I would love to see them have Lobo in it. Because he does something in the Injustice 2 comics that is hilarious. And if you ever read the comics, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But he basically becomes a Green Lantern, and his construct is something to behold. And it's fucking hilarious.
Well, Jason Momoa is your guy because he's hosting Shark Week. I think that's still happening. But
yeah, he was doing Shark Week.
Yeah, he
was.
He seems like a fun dude. He comes to town once in a while because he's from Norwalk, Iowa. We're in West Des Moines, and he makes the rounds. So everyone's always trying to find him when he starts posting, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad he's happy with where he came from. Although he's more like faithful to Hawaii, it seems.
Oh yeah, he's very in touch.
That's fine. You know, I guess I'd pick Hawaii over Iowa. So. Yeah, I saw Indiana Jones. Again, I like to talk about that eventually. I thought it was a decent film. It's sad they're all bombing. There's so much out there right now, so much variety. And I think people are just, unfortunately, there's a lot of critics now, a lot of YouTubers that can probably persuade a lot of people not to go see more than ever. You know, it used to be Roger, used to be Siskel and Ebert back in the day. And
well, I think it's... Usually you follow somebody, at least I do, like when I'm like watching reviews or something like that for video, whether it be for a video game or a comic or whatever, I'm probably going to gravitate more towards YouTubers that have kind of like the same mentality I do.
Yeah.
Or kind of like the same things I do.
Yeah.
And if they say it's shit, I'm probably going to listen to them more than, Metacritic or
of course,
Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. Fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes.
Sometimes they're definitely effective. It's just when some of them seem to have an agenda sometimes, and it's like, okay, you're just being hateful, but it depends on who you listen to.
Watching. Yeah,
because some do get that way, and it's like, okay, really, this was total shit to you? Like, I thought it was.
It's fine if you go to it and you don't think that it's a good movie.
Yeah,
but if you go to it and you're like, oh, this wasn't for me, why did they do this? Blah, blah, blah. Well, it wasn't made for you then, was it? Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
that's your advice, or our advice for you. Bill's advice.
The advice
about
Bill
that,
is maybe not endorsed necessarily by Field of Geeks Incorporated, but
we're incorporated.
We are.
Oh shit! Sweet. That's why I have a badge.
Yeah, it's official now. We have badges.
Employee owned. So yeah, plugs before we go. Would you like to?
Yeah,
take the lead there.
Billy Creston Gaming on YouTube, at Billy Creston on YouTube. Just finish up a series on The Quarry, which is a horror genre kind of game, kind of a choose your own adventure.
Oh, cool.
Kind of deal. A lot of good horror icons and movie icons in that movie or in that game.
Sure.
Lance Henriksen, Ted Raimi, just all kinds of good people in it.
Nice.
Taking a little break right now. Not really a break, but the next video that I do is going to be unlike anything I've ever done before, and it's trying a different approach to this one.
Okay.
And there's hours of footage I have to comb through for it and get it organized, but if this works, then this might be a new way of me doing it. I will say views on the channel have been phenomenal.
Great.
Support on it's been great. If you could just, give me some subscribers, that'd be great. But
we're getting up there too. We're getting there. I hate when you gain one. I don't know if you've experienced this, but you gain one and then all of a sudden you lose one. You're like, fuck.
I was so proud of that 48. Now it's down to 47.
I know.
I'm kidding. I'm almost at 50.
That's great, man. That's fantastic.
But yeah, get Field of Geeks to 100.
We're close, man. We're 4 away.
Very close.
We were 3, and that's when it hurt. I'm like,
no.
What do we do?
That's why I always dread pulling up my YouTube studio. I'm like, please don't show me a down arrow. But no, seriously, thank you for all the support.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of supporters out there, a lot of people that work with us that, give us plugs and shout outs and stuff like that. And we can't thank you enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Our lovely intro written by Ravex.
Yes.
So thank you, Raven. That's amazing. And
we'll have him on eventually. And he has a great show himself.
He does. The Ravex podcast is amazing. So go check that out on YouTube as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to collaborate with, doing things like that with him. And yeah, very thankful. We have a lot of great supporters, that help get us here. And yeah, it's a privilege to do. And I'm glad we're back finally as Field of Geeks. I don't think you've been on as long as break as I did, but yeah, I'm back now. And so, yeah, more to come. And if people out there want to, give your opinion, we're trying in this format, just lounging on furniture versus at a desk or a table.
Yeah.
If you have an opinion other than, go to hell, just tell us your thoughts. So
yeah. And if you have, questions or anything like that, topics you want us to talk about on the show.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Send them to Josh. No, I'm kidding.
PO box.
Yeah. Field Thoughts with Josh.
That made me think of the Deep Thoughts. Yeah. But Jack or John. Shit, what was the name?
I can't remember.
Oh god, that was funny.
Jack Handy.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yep.
But I mean, leave us a comment on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Anything like that's perfectly fine.
That's where you can find both of us. fieldofgeeks.com, Podbean, Facebook, everywhere you podcast, you'll find us.
LinkedIn, Pinterest.
Yes.
Farmersonly.com. Haven't started the OnlyFans yet. We're still working on that. We're doing
here's a taste.
We're doing a reverse OnlyFans. It's going to be me, Josh, Steve, Mitch, and Jonah, and you're going to be paying us to put our clothes back on. So
we're going to button up the shirt at each fund. Yeah. Yeah. But we'll have 3 shirts on, so it won't be quite that bad. But yeah, we'll work on that. But yeah, until next time, this has been great. I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
Take care.